let's go ahead and contextualize Lost Ark. So, relatively stable population until you look at the graph. This number right here is 1.3 million, and then obviously it went down. I think that every game does. This is completely fine. And for quite a while, the game was maintaining a solid population of accounts. I won't say players, I will say accounts, because most of the people that were playing the game were bots. Obviously, Amazon has done a better job at dealing with the bots, and that has caused the game to only decline in popularity. And a game that previously peaked at 1.3 million players is now sitting pretty at 80,000. This has prompted a come-to-Jesus moment between Amazon Game Studios, Smilegate, and the community. So let's take a look at it. Team update letter to the community. Heroes of Arcasia. Our teams at Amazon Games and Smilegate RPG met to discuss player feedback, share insights, and talk about the next steps for Lost Ark in the West. The dust hasn't settled yet, and our teams have a lot to work on the horizon, but we wanted to share our thoughts so far. We want to start off with a huge thank you from both our teams before we dive in. Okay. Last year, our top priorities were introducing content into the western shores of Arcasia at an appropriate cadence to avoid burnout, working to pull forward quality of life changes, and waging war on the bots. Well, the truth is, this has just not happened, and I think the graph is evidence of that. Like, look right here. This is March 31st. This is from June. So, like, March, I mean, this is, like, basically 2 or 3 months where, like, there were bots like crazy. Like, they really didn't do a good job with the bots at all. The bots were massively overwhelming, and they might still be overwhelming. If you look at any other game, the odds are that if you view this at 100% and this down here at the bottom 0 at 0%, games usually fluctuate between 50% to 100% of their population, depending on every single day. Lost Ark never has. However, this is probably the best dichotomy that we've seen so far, where, like, it goes up and down by about, like, basically, if you want to measure the amount of active players a game has, the best way to do that is take the difference between the lowest point and the highest point of, like, 3 or 4 different days, average them together, and then multiply it by 2. And that's the amount of people that are playing the game. And I looked at that with, like, 10 other games as well. You can feel free to explore that and look into it yourself. But that's been my insight. So I don't think that they've done a very good job with the bots at all. I also don't think that they've done a very good job with a lot of the quality of life increases. The honing changes in Tier 3 were held back way too long. Argus was released very early, and because it was the first content update that was added into the game, and because of how quickly it happened, I think that a lot of people had a very negative opinion on it because of that. And I think Vaulton was done properly, and I think everything after Vaulton, to be honest, was done pretty much properly. Like, if you played the game free-to-play, but you played it regularly, you probably could do the content on release, or at least most of the people that I talked to did. That were free-to-play or, like, almost free-to-play, like $20 or, like, $50 a month or something like that. Like, probably, not $50 a month is kind of a lot, to be fair, but 20 isn't. Sure. Let's see here. Negative Fions. Yeah, Negative Fions is another example of them making mistakes. Many updates and changes are required to achieve this goal, but that's only the half of it. Constantly work on creating a better game. We need to listen to our player base and ensure that you feel heard so you can build a better game throughout. Recognize we've fallen short of accomplishing our desired relationship. So basically, I mean, they're just saying straight out that they fucked up, which is good. That's the first step. I'm glad to hear this. I'm glad to see it. As we set the best course for 2023 and beyond, you'll find some of our thoughts and plans below. Okay? You'll find 1 or 2 spoilers. We'll be following up the 2023 roadmap. Okay, great. Let's see here. The war against bots. One of our top priorities last year was taking care of the bot problem. Enormous effort was made both on Smilegate RPG and Amazon Game Studios. Together, we've implemented a variety of changes to restrict bots from exploiting the system. During this process, we've realized new players may be hindered from progressing, like not getting enough gold from honing. We'll keep an eye on those unwanted side effects and actively work to resolve them. Like, this just isn't acceptable. I'm going to be honest. Like, and I don't say that because I hate the game. I say that because I love the game. I have 1.4k hours in Lost Ark, and I stopped playing it seriously during Vaulton or Vicus. Okay? I have every fucking adventure journal at 100%. I have every skill point. I have, like, I think I'm missing, like, 15 Mokoko seats, but I have all the rest of them. I played this game a lot. I think Lost Ark is a great game. And they've been killing it. Let's talk about the reality, okay? Like, not getting enough gold, just reduce the gold. Problem solved. How long does this take? Just take this, it says 200, just delete a 0, now it's 20. How long does it take? Like, yeah, like, what is this? Like, what are we talking about? Why is this? Remove gold to silver. Yeah, exactly, they did. Okay, good. They should have done it faster. Also, I don't believe that they did all that they could against bots. I firmly believe that if Amazon had hired 3 people to work cyclical 8-hour shifts, they could have banned so many more bots. How is it that the chatters, the streamers, the YouTube commenters, the people making YouTube videos, everybody knew where the bots were except Amazon? It's like they were the only people. They're like, well, they're right here. They're like, I don't know where they are. They're like, they're right there in Vern. You look at all the berserkers. Well, I just can't seem to find them. Like, well, they're right there. Can't you see them? They're all moving in the same place. Like, where the hell are these bots? I have no idea. And it went on for over a year. What the fuck are you talking about? You were doing, this was your top priority. This is your top priority? That's really bad. Imagine if that's actually your top priority and you fail at such a massive level. It's awful. They're scared to ban innocent players? Bro. You know where the bots are. I know where the bots are. Everybody in chat knows where the bots are. Come on. You didn't hire customer service, and you pay the price. Because customers got bad service. That's what happens. Let's go ahead and look at this. Oh, we'll keep an eye on these unwanted side effects and actively work to resolve them. Material accumulation by bots also requires action. We banned millions of bot accounts in an ongoing effort, but the materials they produce still pose a risk of inflation. We'll continue to take strong actions against RMT participants, and we'll take further action based on both gold and other materials production figures. Okay. Many technical features have been, and they do ban people for buying gold. They do. I had a friend that got banned. And she was 575 item level during the clown raid. She's on vacation for 6 months. Yeah. They bought gold. Yep, that's right. We can assure you that they are keenly monitoring bot activity patterns and ready to respond to their modified activities. While it will be difficult to ever completely remove bots from Lost Ark, we've made significant progress in limiting the impact they have on gameplay and economy. I think that's fine. With new measures and constant ban waves, our changes have led to 55 billion gold bot gold removed from the game and a 99% decrease in bots interacting with the economy. Okay, that's good. It seems like there are less bots now than there were. Sure. Let's see here. Additional changes next month. Okay, great. Opening the gates to new players. Thankfully, we still have new players embarking on their first adventure in Arkesia every day. However, our version's vertical content update cadence is significantly faster than the original version in Korea. We've noticed that new players find it hard to catch up to that content level. 1 year after launch, new and returning players are having difficulty adjusting to the combat level 50, learning region raid patterns, setting up raid requirements. To address this, we cut down on unnecessary content, exhausting new and returning players. In order to enjoy Legion raids, 4 gear progression steps are currently required. Tier 1, Tier 2, okay, so we plan to integrate them into 2 tiers, okay. So probably, I think in Korea you start in Tier 3, right? Like, you pretty much start at 1302 or something like that? Yeah. So, like, this is probably what they're going to do. They're just going to start... They should just start everybody on... Oh, is it a different number? I thought you started in Tier 3 in Korea. Oh, it's 1490. Okay, well, yeah, even more so. Sure. The point is that that's probably what they should do in the West as well. Yeah, sure. Guardian first-time clear and tower rewards will be enhanced to be on par with the integration, so players will not have to play each tier's content multiple times. Okay. So far, we've been focusing mainly on improving and alleviating honing difficulties. However, new players are also suffering from collecting horizontal content materials. To improve that experience, we plan to make collecting runes, tripods, gems easier for everyone. To reveal some of the things we have in mind, new uncommon runes will be added early progression period to help users acquire and use runes more easily. Okay. New deep dive plan sets, collecting difficulty will be improved. Sailing content will be changed with improved co-op quests and enhanced rewards. Okay. Sailing content, I think, is kind of mediocre. I'm glad that they're improving that. I have to also say that this is not the reason, like, so let me explain why Lost Ark is unforgiving to new players, okay? And it has nothing to do with the item level requirements. It has to do with the community and how the game influences the community to behave. So first thing you need to know is that every single thing that the community does is a result of a developer's action. It's not because of the community being bad or lazy or anything like that. The developer is God, and everything that happens in their world is their fault, and it's because of something that they did. So let's talk about why this happens in Lost Ark. The reason why it started happening more in Lost Ark after Vultan is because Vicus is much more punishing than Vultan. And that only became more the case whenever the Clown Raid came out, and then also because the Clown Raid only had one difficulty, so you didn't have the easy mode except for the rehearsal thing, and nobody really gives a shit about that. But like the actual reward stuff like was pretty much from Vultan only. So also Belshazzar is the same thing. Even on normal mode, one person fucks up, you get fucked. So what ends up happening is that whenever you create a system where players have to complete the same raid 6 times a week in order to be at maximum efficiency, those players that are playing the game a lot want to play with other people that play the game a lot. So they don't want to invite anybody who doesn't have Light of Salvation. They don't want to invite anybody who isn't 5x3 with the engravings. They don't want to invite anybody who doesn't have the Belshazzar ears. They want to make sure every single fucking person is as experienced as they are, because if they don't and they take a risk on a new player, what ends up happening is that that new player makes a mistake and then it wipes the entire raid. And this person's time is deleted. And that's what happens whenever you design encounters to punish people for bussing and fucking carrying. You end up killing the entire game and hurting everybody just because you're worried that some people might get an advantage by spending gold. Who the fuck cares? Whenever it just hurts the entire game. Sometimes the solution is worse than the problem. And that's what happened. Oh wow, somebody's buying a carry. Do people still do carries in Lost Ark? They sure as fuck do. So what's the problem? Why do we have 17 different pass-fail mechanics at the second gate of every single two-gate thing that is going to cause like 15 people not to be able to do anything? Or sorry, 8 people not to be able to do anything just because one person makes a mistake. And there are instances where it takes 2 people to make a mistake. But the issue is that there are so many points of failure that occur in split-second time in these gates that unless you have somebody who understands the patterns perfectly, they're never going to get invited. What is the incentive to invite a new player into doing one of these harder Legion raids? There is no incentive. There's no reason to do it. And in fact, you're punished for doing so because failing those mechanics kills everybody. So, what does that do? Well, it's very simple. It makes it to where nobody wants to play with new players. There it is. Legion raids are already too punishing. I don't enjoy that pressure. Yeah, it's not fun. That's the problem. And again, Smilegate did this on purpose. They did it on purpose to prevent bussing, which is like carrying. They don't want to have somebody go and solo Vultan with like 1 or 2 people. Well, you know what I think? I think soloing Vultan is fucking awesome. I think it's really cool. And Vultan was more fun than any of the other ones. Except for maybe Gate 6 Belshazzar, but it was fun in a completely different way. I also thought Gate 4 Belshazzar was really good too. And the Procol fight is awesome as well. The content is great, but the pass-fail mechanics are not. Apparently they've solved this problem. And they've moved away from this in the Algacia and the Akan Legion raids. However, they're not in the West right now, and they're not in the game. You gonna try Belshazzar hard? At some point, yes. I just haven't done it yet. Vaulton was the only fun raid, and they nerfed the income to incentivize people to hone and do higher content. Dogshit way of balancing. Vaulton is, in my opinion, the best ARPG encounter that I have ever done. And it's not even close. And I'm talking about Vaulton Gate 2. It is so fucking good. I think that it is as good as the Lich King in ICC. It is fucking insanely good. I can't even believe that it exists. It's amazing. And like, that's what matters. Is the content is fun. Vaulton's a clown? No, that's Cockle Sadon. Vaulton is the Minotaur. Let's see here. Sorry, I was getting turned up. Cold Sadon? Yeah, there you go. Guardian first time clear and also like, yeah, the cards. Like, how are you making improvements on the cards? People have Light of Salvation 30. Bro, I have Light of Salvation, like, I think it's like 25. I'm missing like 5 more. And I don't even farm the way cards. How is it that you can't figure this out? How does it take that long? It's nuts, man. There's new player card sets already. Nobody wants a new player card set. People want Light of Salvation. You don't understand. If you see somebody with the new player card set, you think, oh, that's a new player. They're fucking garbage. I don't want to play with them. And this is the economy of behavior that the systems create. It is because of the systems. The developer makes this happen. The players don't make this happen. The players are water, okay? And whenever you dig a stream and you dig a path for that water to go down, you don't blame the water for going down the easiest path. It's not the water's fault. It's the person who dug the water or dug the path for the water to go in. Bruce Lee, yeah, there you go. I think you need to do a podcast with Stoops, other content creators who address the problem, the Western servers. I would be more than willing to come on their podcast anytime they want. Okay? Sure. Unless it's the time I can't do it. But other than that, yeah, I would be more than willing to do it. Sure. I like this game a lot. Horizontal content improvements. We've been focusing mainly on... It's also, like, for example, there's, like, masterpieces you can only get from the cube at level 2, but not at level 3. What the fuck is this? Why? Why is it like this? Why is it that you, in order to maximize the rewards that you get out of... Did they fix that? Yeah, but how long did it take, though? That's what I'm saying. How long does this take? You can't just have something that's fucked up in the game for 6 months and then you fix it on month 9 and it's like, see guys, we're listening. No, you should have fixed it a week after. Like, next month is a fix? Why not tomorrow? What the fuck are we talking about? What is it, next month? Does you have to play the game a month? It's bad? Why? What the fuck is this? It's so unreasonable. How the fuck, like, it sounds like pussy. It's, what the fuck are you talking about next month? Holy shit. So, yeah. And I'm not even talking about honing. By the way, I haven't even mentioned honing. It's not even a problem. That's got nothing to do with it. Yeah, honing sucks. Oh, yeah. But that's not really the issue. All right. I'm gonna just chill out. Right now you can get master cases and higher cube. Next month is a better cube and boss rush function. Okay. Fions is another great example. Why do Fions exist? Don't tell me to prevent botting, because they can't fucking do that. Also, you can buy commodities with no Fions. There is no advantage that like every other game has an auction house. PoE allows people to buy and sell items with no Fion trading. World of Warcraft allows people to buy and sell items with no fee on trading. Not Lost Ark, New World allows people to do this. How is it that every single other game has solved this problem, but Lost Ark somehow can't do this? If the Lost Ark community had any self-respect, they would flat out, cold turkey, quit the game completely until they were removed. They serve no value. They do not improve the play experience. They are simply a pay-to-win tax on the game. That's it. And I'm good. Yeah, and I'm not going to start doing this. Like, I don't give a fuck. But this is what it is. Some people last year disagreed with you about Fions, but now everyone's saying the same thing. Yeah, of course. Of course they do. Because people disagreed with me because they're fucking stupid. They're fucking stupid. They didn't understand how the game worked. That's why. Like, how could anybody disagree with this? I don't even know what to say. So they constantly get more expensive. Yes. Taxes suck, but it is what it is. This is not a tax. This is a tax on a tax. It's ridiculous. So anyway, well, let's go ahead and look at this. Sailing content, okay. Alt progression, we introduced a silver hunting system in the March update. We'll continue to expand levels. The expanded silver hunting system will come at the next class launch. We also cut down the requirements for 2 of the most needed materials, silver and honor shards, to make the progression gear easier. That's great. Looking forward, we're currently contemplating methods to improve the gem and engraving system, difficulty for alts. Oh, okay, great. Made triport activation roster bounds. Once a triport is activated in a roster, everybody can move from it. Okay, cool. Knowledge transfer, got that. You know what I think they should do? You know what a big quality of life update for alts would be? Stop making people have to play them. Stop making people have to play 6 alts. Nobody wants to do that. They do that because the game incentivizes them to do that. Fix the rewards. Make it to where you don't have to play 6 different characters. Make it to where you can select a character on your roster every single week and say, this is my main character. I want all 6 of the rewards off of this one character. And if you don't want to do that, then you can play the system as it is. But you know what I fucking think? I think that if you can just play one character and get all the rewards on that character, nobody else is going to be complaining or getting mad about alts because they're going to be playing them not for efficiency, but for fun. Because all of these improvements for alts are about making them more efficient, not making them more fun. And that's what the issue is that people are not playing alts for fun. They're playing them to be more efficient. And that is bad. I don't want to have to play 7 different berserkers. And also, it is, if you are an efficiency-minded person, it is the most logical and the smartest thing to do to get the same class and then play that same class multiple times. Which, by the way, let's say you have a berserker and you want to make a berserker alt, okay? If you want to send an item over to your berserker alt, both characters on the same account, there is a Fion cost, which is a tax. And this tax, by the way, is multiple dollars. Like, in terms of sending a jewelry item from one character on your alt to one character on your account to your alt. This is not an auction house tax. This is not an like an inter-account tax where you're trading from one account to another. No, it's just for one character. It's just for one account. It's disgusting. It's so fucking stupid. I can't believe it. Here's how to fix alts. Don't change anything. Don't change a single fucking thing about alts, and allow people to select a main character once a week and have all of the rewards, like 6x the rewards from that character, and then have all of the other rewards that they get from their alts not tradable to their main. And that way, people don't feel like they have to play an alt in order to advance their main to keep up with a pay-to-win progression system that's completely RNG-based, which, by the way, is not even the main problem with the game. That's like number 6 or 7 on the list. You put it in a bank and grab it? No, you can't. Game is run by incompetent people. Yes, that's about it's that easy. 6x rewards with 1 raid or 6x raids with 1 raid. Maybe 2 raids. Maybe you have to do the raid twice a week now instead of 6 times. But yeah, probably just 1 raid. And if you want to do it again, do it on another character. There's more content in the game now, so it's not like people have to just run Vaulton over and over and over. There's like 4 different Legion raids. There's like Argos. There's the fucking boss rush. There's tons of stuff. They're adding a new tower. They're going to add even more Legion raids. Yeah, just once. Yeah, just once. Alter an illusion that you can reach a search item level of your main to give a mat, so it takes months to level each alt. Yeah. Like, remove this thing where you need alts to feed your main. And it's so easy to do that. It's simple. It's made by Koreans. They love nickel and diming and grinding. I don't give a fuck who it's made by. It's Amazon's responsible for it. I'm saying this is how to make the game more accessible and make people play it. I don't care. It's made by Koreans, Japanese, fucking South Americans, Americans. I don't give a shit. Let's see here. Skip the inconvenience. Playing another character should not be an inconvenience. It is because of the systems in the game and the way that it's designed. Looking through the various suggestions players have given us, we noticed there are issues with acquiring and using battle items in the earlier tiers. We rated this as a critical issue, and after discussing with the developers, we plan to change the system a lot to let players use battle items for free in early tier Guardian raids. Why not always? Why not always? Why not just always allow people to have a flare? Why do flares exist? There's no reason for flares to exist. Because Monster Hunter. Yeah, I don't care. Doesn't matter. Here they've handed out thousands of free battle item chests. How's that fit? What does that have to do with it? There's no reason. Yeah, there's no reason. Yeah, the Guardian raid hides your UI. Why can't you see the health of the Guardian? So how do you know that the Guardian has a debuff on them? So now having, like, not being able to see the debuffs makes the game harder? Of course it does. But why is it in the hardest content you can see the debuffs? In Hell Mode Guardians, you can see the debuffs. In Hell Mode Vaulton and fucking all of the other Hell Modes, you can see the debuffs. You can't see the health. So why is it in Guardian raids you can't even see either one whenever they're easier? It doesn't even make sense. It's fucking stupid. Oh god. These consumables exist, the diverse chest items, make sure you get the cheapest one. It's so dumb, man. They try to copy Monster Hunter and they make it worse. It's not Monster Hunter, it's Lost Ark. Stop making it like some other game. It's so dumb. T1 Guardians were harder than Hell Vaulton. I probably wiped more to Virtus than I wiped to any other Guardian. That's probably true. I killed, what's his name? The hard one that everybody says is like really hard, Velganos. I killed that one in like 3 tries. Virtus, it took me like 10. Flares are garbage. Yeah. Flares serve no purpose in improving the game. If you took flares out of the game, nothing would change. And I think this is a very good way you can look at if a system is good for a game or not. If you removed this system from the game, would anything change? No. No, it would not. It would be the exact same. So, yeah, it's just so pointless. Press a button, see a boss, see boss. Yeah, it sucks. Why does it even exist? Let's see here. It'll take some time to develop. It'll take some time to develop. There is no way that the game is not programmed to have a fucking yes, no, is there a flare active or not? In like the programming of the game, why can't you just change that yes, or sorry, that no to a yes always? Why are you not able to just do that? You go, okay, for Virtus, this is the case. For Achades, this is the case. For all these other ones, this is the case. Yeah, what the fuck are you talking about? There's no way this takes more than a day. Programming here, it's so excuse. Yeah, what the fuck are you talking about? They could, they probably won't. Yeah. Or delete the code. Yeah, delete the code. Delete the code that hides the boss's location. It's not just flares, though. Well, flares are the first and easiest example. Let's see here. Player exhaustion, learning, and dailies. Along with the content mentioned above, frequent content updates are leading to enhanced exhaustion, and gatekeeping, making gameplay difficult for new and returning players. Dozens of patterns to memorize burden is put on new players attempting to learn. To address, we are preparing the following updates. Best way to help progression, Argos Abyss Raid. Nobody does Argos. Argos sucks, nobody cares, but okay. Let's see here. Help progressions, provide appropriate content, current level play. Through his view, Argos is an extremely difficult raid, considering it's one of the first raids a new player encounters without having time to adjust. When the progression adjustments listed above take place, players will get to enter Argos raids much earlier in the game, alleviating the burden. We will reduce the number of patterns in the raid to ease the learning curve, and we will change most of the wipe mechanics to deal plain damage. Wow, how easy is that? Good idea. This way, players can overcome mechanics and patterns by using appropriate skills and battle items, as well as getting help from other party members. We do not want players to experience too many situations where one player's mistake results in everyone failing so early in the game. How about get rid of this entirely? Why is it like this? Like, this sucks. Yeah, make this change in brush. Yeah. Like, at least change everything besides the current raid. Like, it's like this in Vicus. Bro, nobody wants to do Vicus. What the fuck are you talking about? That shit came out like last year. So doing that, keep reading. Okay, good. Smilegate RPG's research and development team is also looking to applying similar changes to earlier Legion raids. Oh, smart. Not every wipe mechanic will be adjusted, considering designation of top-tier in-game raids. We'll be sure to share more details. Okay, good. These changes, we hope every player in Arcadia can try out the fun with in-game raids without too much stress, while simultaneously learning about the types of patterns and mechanics they can see in harder in-game content. Let's see here. And we're aware of the sense of discontent regarding Chaos Dungeons, Guardian raids, and Una's tasks. Currently, these daily activities are critical for obtaining the materials necessary for gear progression, and allow hardcore players to have something to earn every day. So reducing them is not a simple problem to tackle. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You just reduce them. That's how to solve it. Problem solved. There it is. It's done. So let's go ahead and do. Let's look at this. Let's do some logic, okay? So you have to do 2 Guardian raids, okay? Each raid gives 50 shards. Okay? Then you change this to. You have to do 1 Guardian raid. This raid gives 100 shards. Okay, let's go ahead and let's do Chaos Dungeons now. Okay. You have to do 2 Chaos Dungeons. Each dungeon gives 50 shards. Change this to... Get ready for it. You have to do 1 Chaos Dungeon. This dungeon gives 100 shards. You see how this works? Make these shards character bound, so you don't have to no-life alts in order to be competitive. Problem solved. Then after that, then allow people to designate a main each week, and that main gets 6x the rewards to simulate as if they were playing 6 characters. Problem solved. Does anybody misunderstand this? Anybody not get it? That would instantly come back? Yeah, of course. What if they want to play alts and to still funnel their main? Wouldn't that prevent them from doing it? Yeah, it would. I just think it's more healthy for the game that you don't have that in the game. The reason why is that if you allow people to do it, they will have to do it. Sometimes it's better to save players from themselves. If you create a vendor, here's an example. If you add a vendor into the game and you spend 1 silver, it gives you 1,000,000 gold. Everybody would use that vendor, right? Everybody would do it, but that would be bad for the game, right? Okay, there you go. So you can't give players tools and then the players burn themselves out using those tools and then you blame it on the player. It's like giving a kid a fork and there's nothing in a room except a fucking electrical outlet. Well, what the hell do you think the kid's gonna do? Oh, he's gonna try to put the fork in the electrical outlet. Duh. You shouldn't have given him the fucking fork. What are you doing giving him a fork? That's intentionally shitty design to get people to pay to win. That's why I quit. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. It's designed in a grindy way to incentivize people to spend money to circumvent it. That's right. So it's like the overlay map in Diablo 4 choice? Yes, it is. And that's why I said I respect their decision. I think they should try it without the overlay map. Content, cadence, and events. Actually, let's see here. Critical dungeons. Currently, these daily activities are critical for obtaining materials necessary for gear progression and allow hardcore players something to earn every day, so reducing them is not a simple problem to tackle. Again, yes, it is. We need more time to think about it. But we understand the repetitiveness of the content, and Smilegate RPG is undergoing internal research and development to discuss resolutions. How long? How long is it going to take for the research team over at over there on Korea to figure out that maybe people don't want to do the same exact task 6 times a week? And you know what? If they did want to do it, here, this is crazy, right? If they did want to actually do it, then if you make these changes, it won't affect them. Because they can still do what they want to do. They can play an alt, and then they can do that. But you know what I think? I think if you make these fucking changes, none of them are going to do that. Because they don't actually want to do it. They're doing it because the game makes them. Do you wish for feedback immediately? Yes. Yeah, take it out. See what happens. See how many people play the alts. Oh, they're doing it for fun? Uh-huh. Then take out the feeding of the main. We'll see how many people are actually doing it for fun. Game turned people into slaves for rocks? Yeah, everybody's a crackhead. That's right. If you have 6 alts, that's 84 guardians a week. 84 guardians a week, 0 health bars. Players drop even lower. Maybe whenever the player count hits 50,000, Amazon will say, okay, all right, fine. We'll make the game fun. And then they'll improve the game. They'll make it better, just like they did with New World. But I'll be like, hey guys, come on back. Come play Lost Ark again. And everybody will be like, nah, man, this game's a grind fest. Oh, I don't want to do that anymore. The game was bad on release. And the game is dead. That's it. That's exactly what happened with New World. And all of the problems that New World had, by the way, I said these were problems in the year 2020. Over a year before the game came out, I said, this is fucked. Everybody in the community shit on me. 4 months later, whenever these lazy fucks finally hit level 60, they said, hold up, wait a minute. Lost Ark was the same thing. I was right about everything. And they made every fucking change that I said they should have done on release. It's just how it was. You go back and read the patch notes yourself. Go back and watch the videos yourself. Reason why I quit was dailies? Yeah, of course. Let's see here. Help cut down the grind. In the meantime, we'll introduce Ebony Cube, a new activity that combines Boss Rush and Dimension Cube in May. Okay. Why is it that... Is it still this way with the cube, that the best way to farm masterpieces with the cube is to wait out the timer until the last few seconds because it's a higher probability of you getting a treasure room? Is that still the case? Yes? Okay. So here's what you do. You get rid of that. No one does that? Yeah, because everybody that did it quit the game. I did it because I wanted to get the rewards. Yeah, just take it out of the game. Just make it not work that way. Problem solved. Isn't it crazy? Wow. Content cadence and events. We know players have expressed some questions and concerns with the current content release cadence. Catching up to the new player in-game content is important to us. 2 problems with speeding up the process: localization timelines and player burnout. If content is localized too quickly, the overall quality might be compromised. Regardless of localization, timelines are still a problem having to digest too much content at the same time, or constantly feel pressured to hit the next item level related to the previously mentioned exhaustion issues. Our goal is to introduce content as fast as we can without having these problems occur. This is a problem. I don't give a fuck about this. I don't care about this, because this is a problem that will fix itself. The content cadence is faster than it was in Korea, which means that we will eventually be on the same pace as Korea. It will take probably 6 more months to 8 more months, and then it's going to be the exact same. This is never going to be an issue again. It doesn't matter. I don't care. Let's see here. Another plan that we have to integrate is faster speed heading into the in-game events. Our events are in-game version, older events in Korea, which isn't ideal. No, Naruni Racing is great. Just make that all the time. Problem solved. There you go. Naruni Racing was really fun. Some of the other ones were not. So you just take the fun ones and you put those in the game, and then you take the ones that aren't fun and you take those out of the game. Like, what are we doing? Why is this so hard? I don't know. What is this? Like, of course, some will be Western exclusives, so it'll take time. As soon as Korea, open to suggestions. Okay, here we go. Looking forward, you have to understand that one letter isn't a magic band-aid. Or even a splendid elemental HP potion. Well, I don't use those. I only use the green ones. But we hope this letter becomes the first step in our road to more communication. I do too. But the problem is that communication, we're working on it. Really? You're working on it. How long does it take? Like, I wonder what would happen if you took fucking Elon Musk, the fucking slave driver at Twitter that's making people work 18 hours a day, and you told them that it's going to take a month for you to figure out how to make Guardian raids, have to do them once a day or 2 times a day. I guarantee you that shit would be fixed in an hour. And probably 10 people would be fired that weren't involved with it at all. How is this so hard? Really? Communication information. Oh no, it's not a communication. It's a number. Everybody reads the same numbers. Well, too late. Yeah, what the fuck? You had to wait in one spot for 15 minutes on that island. I don't remember that. It's hard for the Korean overlords. I don't give a fuck if it's hard or not. They need to figure it out. So this is what we're gonna get. We're gonna get, as a first-time login reward, prepare to get for all players. Will be sent out alongside this letter: a Mokoko skin selection chest, thank god, a Mokoko pet selection chest. I'm gonna have every single fucking Mokoko board pretty soon. A collective battle item chest X100, silver X 20,000, sorry, 2 million, that's nice. Relic rapport selection chest, and 50 Phaons. Okay, well that'll solve it. This is nice. I'm happy to see this. But if you want to actually make the game better, just let me know. I will consult for free. I will take time out of my day. I will take a day off of stream. I didn't spend 1,400 hours in your fucking dog shit game for it to die. Stop killing the game and making the time that I invested in your game worthless. Fucking stop it. So wake the fuck up, look at what the problems are, and listen to the community. It's not hard. Like, how is it that you can have these solutions that are so obvious to everybody except for the people that run the game? Let's read the Twitter. Or sorry, the Reddit. Here we go. Let's see what the community has to say. The reason why to gatekeep each class tier list. Yep, there we go. When you finally make it home and look at your friends list. Everybody's in a party. Yep, big surprise. Next week I'm getting Guild Shop level 5. Solo alt guild that I made at level 1. Holy fuck. Let's see here. Mayhem Zerker using Procol. Every pattern shown clearly. 100 million. I had to play this game again. Gatekeeping classes. He's totally right. Alright, let's see what Saint Tone says. This guy's a very respected and serious player in Lost Ark. I played in Korea as well as NA servers.
Okay, well, the people who gatekeep your Reaper are trash. There you have it. And if you're someone listening and you gatekeep off of class, you are trash. And I hope you take offense to that. You can gatekeep. There's a million other things you can gatekeep for that actually make sense. Class is the dumbest one.
Let me explain why people gatekeep based off of class. Failure rate per class. Okay? Sork. 15%. Berserker. Realistically, 25%. Deathblade. 10%. Gunslinger. 8%. Shadowhunter. 9%. We'll do one more. Scrapper. That's a melee class, so it's going to be higher. It's going to be like 15%. Glavier. 70%. I'm just kidding. Let's say also 25%. Reaper. 30%. All right. Let's say you have these people applying to your group. Who do you not invite? You don't invite the Reaper. Now take a look at this. Let's lower these numbers. That's the failure rate. Who do you not invite? The Reaper. And do you want to know why you don't invite the Reaper? It's because the game punishes you if they fail. The game makes people gatekeep classes. The players don't do it. Remember, the game is the one that digs the river. The players are simply the water. If you dig the river a certain way, that's where the water's going to go. That's how it is. Gate 5 and 6 brings out some extremely odd behaviors about people. Oh my god. All right, let's look at this and then I'll talk about it. It's about DPS meter, and I'm sure people were using them before, but now just in private or within their own group. Shaza, Hard, and Gate 5 and 6 are probably the first time people actually openly uses it in pugs and calling and harassing people with it. Why is that? It's because the fight is hard. The fight is really, really hard, and that's why people don't want to invite and play with people that suck. And long. Yes. Gate 6. Don't you need to do a DPS check at the very end of Gate 6? With like meteors that are coming towards the beginning of the front of the middle of the room? I think you do, right? Yeah, like it's been a while. So imagine spending 18 minutes just to have some dipshit that can't meet the DPS requirements. Of course you're going to use a DPS meter. Of course! Are you kidding me? No shit! WoW does the same thing, so it makes sense. I don't know. I think WoW has the same problem, too, as well. Yeah. It's a 20-minute fight. Yeah, like, what the fuck, man? It's designed for static prog, not pug. Pugs suck in every game at high tier. It's not designed for pugs. It's designed intentionally to be hard to carry. You don't, like, you're not going to tell me that the reason why they have all the meteors at the very end there is not to stop somebody from being dead for the entire fight. That's exactly why they put them in. They put them in to stop people from doing carries. It has nothing to do with whether it be a guild or not a guild. It's to stop carries. It's fucking stupid. Yeah, anyway. I hope if anybody from Smilegate or fucking the Amazon, if they watch this, please guys, wake the fuck up. You just stop it. You fucking stop. Just please stop. What are you doing? Please. You're killing the game. See that? You're killing the game. See, this graph says that you're killing the game. That's what it means. I'm saying this because I like the game. I want it to improve. I want it to get better. Please. Take drastic action. Improve it.